Morning everyone, hope you're all okay. I'm going to get us started with a bit of English today, following on from what we've been doing this week. So let's get started by a bit of a vocab blast. So one of the words I want to look at is this word here, and this word is shield. Can you say that? Shield. Fabulous. So shield can be a verb or a noun. Okay, and if it's a verb, it means to protect yourself. So the shield that is in this picture, okay, is something that a knight uses as a form of armor. So a way to protect yourself from other people hurting you. Okay, so these are all pictures of shields, and here's the knight holding one in this picture here. We've got this other word as well, which we have learnt before, and this word is submarine. Can you say that? Well done. So a submarine is an object. It's a form of transport, okay, that people go on to go underneath the water to explore what is underneath there. It's another form of transport, so to get from one place to another. And also, if you're under the sea, then people can't necessarily see where you are all the time. So that's why they use that transport. We've got this word here, which I know we looked at a little bit before the holidays, and this word is Turkey. Can you say that? So Turkey is a country, but it's also in this context the name of a bird. Okay, a little bit similar to a chicken that it lives on a farm, and it can be eaten for its meat. Okay, so it's a bird and we eat it because it's meat. All right, traditionally used as part of a roast dinner, which some of us learned about. So now I'm going to put a picture up, and here is my word. So my word is shield. I want you to look at these pictures and which one is not a shield. So which one is not a shield? So hopefully you've identified that this here is not a shield. These are in fact turkeys. Okay, so well done if you got that one at home. We've also got these pictures on here, and this time the word is turkey. So which picture here does not show any turkeys in it? So hopefully you found it's this one here, because that is a submarine. Okay, it's not a turkey. My last word is submarine. So which out of these four pictures is not a submarine? So well done if you've noticed that it is this word, this picture here. That's a shield, isn't it? Okay, to protect people. Well done, everybody. So now we're going to move on to the rest of our English lesson for today. And we've been having a little explore, haven't we, about information text, because Astrid has asked us to write a fact file for her containing lots of information about space so that she can share that with other people, because we found out, didn't we, that Astrid actually eventually went up into space and she wants to inform others about what it is like up there. So just have a couple of minutes to think now, what did we say needed to be in our information text? So what features did we say needed to be in it? Okay, pause the video if you need to have a little bit more of a discussion about that. But now let's move forward and let's see if you got what I got. So I said that we needed to include a heading, which tells us what the text is about. Okay, a bit like a title. We also need to include subheadings. So if you can remember, subheadings are like mini headings throughout the text, and they tell us what that section is going to be about. So for example, here, look, I've got living at night. So this section here in this non-fiction book is all going to be about owls living at night. And we wrote some subheadings yesterday, which I've had lots of great work sent across for, which is fab. We've also said that we might have pictures or even photographs, okay? So that they can show us things in our books, and lots of facts and lots of information about space as well. You might have had other ideas such as contents pages, indexes, and so forth. So well done if you got all of those down as well. I just wrote a few that I could remember. So yesterday, like I said, you will have hopefully written down your 3 subheadings that you want to have a little explore about and include in your fact file this week. So these were my subheadings that I chose yesterday. So I said, what do astronauts wear? Because I wanted to find out what they wore in space and what they needed to wear and why. I also said, what do astronauts eat was going to be one of my other questions. And my final question was, how do astronauts travel in space? Okay, so they were my 3 subheadings. And I hope that you've separated them into these 3 sections, because now what we're going to do is we're going to start gathering some information that you can use to pop into these sections, okay? And once we've got all this information today, then tomorrow we're going to use this to help us write our fact file and start putting it together, which is very exciting. So I've got some lists of some websites and I've put these together, which I'll show you in a second. And there's just some different facts and information that you might want to use. I appreciate that this might be a bit hard for you to do this at home today, because what we had planned in school was to have lots of books and lots of videos and things so you could access those and find out some facts. And I know that we can't do that because we're not together. So what I've done is I've put together a big sheet which has lots and lots of websites on here, and you can find this on the school website. So if you click on these links, then it will tell you what you can find on here. So for example, the first link tells you all about space food. So if your question was about that, then you can click on that and there's a little video. One's about a dog traveling up into space if you're intrigued to find what animals have traveled up there. One's about sleeping in space, because, and I'll let you know a little fact here, when astronauts sleep in space, they have to get strapped into a sleeping bag and they have to sleep standing up. So they're practically stood up, which is very funny. So that's quite a good video to have a little watch at. Washing in space, how do you wash? Because obviously they might be floating around. It's not like when we're here on Earth and you can have a shower or a bath whenever you want. So that's an interesting one to watch. This one's about the International Space Station. This one's about launching a rocket, okay? And here, this link at the bottom, there's a series and lots of videos that you could watch, okay? I've also put together some fact sheets that you can have a read through at home as well, that you can gather information out of them. So one, I've got a little fact file here, and it tells you about space shuttles, space stations and astronauts, plus a couple of other things on another sheet. And also I've got some diaries from different astronauts that have travelled up into space. So you can start pulling this information apart and complete your sheet. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll just move this to the side and I will show you how I will complete my sheet using these facts. So if I click back onto my work for my subheadings, here we go. So one of mine was, what do astronauts eat? So I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight here. So in the book, at the back of the book, Astro Girl, it says here a little bit of information, and it says that space food is dried. So in that section, what I can write, and I'm not going to write full sentences because I'm just gathering short bits of information. So I'm going to put dried food. Okay, so that's one thing that I've found out that they eat. So they eat dried food. We don't need to write it in full sentences, because tomorrow and the day after and so forth, we're going to be writing these facts files up into complete sentences. So I can just write key facts on here. So it says space food is dried so that it will not spill or leak or cause any damage to machines. So I might say protect machines in there. So I know that they have dried food to protect the machines. It also said fruit, bread and nuts are okay because they're not going to damage it. So they're okay as they are. So I can say that they eat fruit, bread and nuts. Okay. I might need to have a little look at some of those videos and find out some more facts, and I could put those in here as well. Okay. Under this section, how do astronauts travel into space? What I might do is have a little look at this space sheet here, because on this sheet it's got some information about space shuttles. Okay, and it says here, space shuttles are what astronauts travel in when they go to space. To take off from Earth, however, a rocket is needed, and a parachute slows down the shuttle when it lands on the runway back to Earth. So I could put in that box back here then, I could put rockets and space shuttles. And I know that there is a YouTube link on here about traveling into space. So I might have a little look at that as well, because it's got about launching into space here, launching a rocket. When you have a little look at these web links, I'll just show you an example of one now. Here you will be able to see that we've got this lovely astronaut, and she'll be showing you around the spacecraft so you can see what it's like. And it might look a little bit funny, but as you can see, her hair is all over the place and she's floating everywhere, because can you remember what we said? There is zero gravity up in space. There's lots and lots of different videos that you can watch on here, and they'll tell you lots of really good facts, and they're only about 5 minutes long, so hopefully you'll find them quite useful. Have a little look and see how you go, and see if you can fill in as many of these sections as you can. Hopefully you'll find what I've popped on our website useful for you to gather some information from. But the most important thing from today is to gather as much information as you can and pop them in these 3 sections so they are full of information. And don't worry about writing them in full sentences, because tomorrow we'll get started on that and putting them in fact files. Okay, so today is like a gathering information section, ready to do your super writing for Astrid. So send me your fabulous work across so I can see how much you get done, and good luck. If you want any help with any of the links or anything, please do just send us an email and we'll respond to you straight away. See you tomorrow. Bye.